WAFB's Kevin Baptiste is back to feature our next Sportsline Player of the Year finalist. He's a 4-sport star from St. Francisville, Louisiana, certainly highly recruited at the next level.
The boy can play some football. He can run. He can block. He can score the touchdowns. He can tackle. And he can pass. That's a fictional quote from the movie Friday Night Lights, but it applies in real life towards Joel Rogers, a player who lined up at just about every skill position for West Feliciana.
I always thought I had a lot of talent myself. Like, you know, other schools, some people only play one side of the ball. And like where I grew up, West Feliciana, that's never been a thing. Like you always had to play, the athletes always played as many positions as they can to help influence the game. And so once I learned like as many skills as I could, I wanted to play as many positions as I could.
Finding a way to get him the ball on the perimeter in space outside of just catching it and running it. So whether it was a screen game, whether it was the bubble game or handing it to him where everybody's blocking for him, just different concepts.
As a sophomore, Rogers became the Saints' starting quarterback, but he's most known for his skills at safety, which is where he will play full-time at LSU.
Freshman year, I was playing not to make mistakes, and then going to quarterback my sophomore year, it switched from that to being like take control of the game. I
can vividly remember we're in a game that earlier in the year, and we were playing good football, right? But we didn't want to let off the throttle or let off the gas, and he pulled the team together at halftime before coach ever spoke, right? And those moments right there are invaluable for our program and the leadership that we need to have.
When it comes to leadership, Rogers lets his actions do most of the talking. That was on display in a few West Feliciana comebacks. Week 3 at McKinley.
I had a fumble, and then McKinley capitalized on it. But I wanted to be the one to say, okay, we're going to get this ball back, and we're going to make this happen. So at the drive before the game-winning touchdown, I told my coach I wanted to go to receiver.
He just took extreme ownership in everything he did. Hey, but look, that was on me, right? I'm going to get it fixed, right? Just come back to me.
And the quarterback threw me the ball at the end of the game, and I told him before the drive, just give me a chance and I'll make a play.
Then 2 weeks later at Astruma, West Feliciana rallied from a 29-0 deficit that featured 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns from their star. The only thing that was trying to keep Rogers off the field that night was cramps.
It was one of those things where he said, hey, coach, I'm up wherever you need me, right? And so when a guy like that gives you an opportunity to do that, you say, all right, let's go get it, man.
Honestly, I was so locked in that game, I wasn't even paying attention to the score, like even once we got the momentum.
Even a torn labrum could not stop Rogers in the games that mattered the most. The athlete made sure to leave it all out on the field for his community.
I look at his accumulation of body of work from his freshman year all the way through his senior year and what he's done for this entire community, really having a spotlight on him from a very early moment and being a 4-year starter and doing it at a very, very high level has been awesome to see, man.
You ever get tired? I love the game too much. I mean, tired physically is an aspect that you can't avoid playing that many snaps in the game, but I really think it's more about how much you want it and how much you enjoy it, as opposed to that determines how much you do or don't give in to natural feeling.